Hi, everyone. We're looking at the book of Mark. And if you're looking at this devotion today, then this is the second day. And we're looking at Mark chapter 1, verses 9 through 13. I would highly suggest listening to what Sam had to say about the first 8 verses of the book yesterday, because he brings up some things that kind of impact what we're looking at here. Um, Jesus in our passage here is being baptized. He is being directed by the Holy Spirit, and he is also being sent out into the wilderness. And because this is Mark's gospel, everything's abbreviated. So if you were to read these exact same stories in Matthew or Luke's gospel, you're going to see a lot more detail, a lot more things going on with this. But one of the things that Sam pointed out to us yesterday, with just some background with Mark, is that this is actually Peter's gospel, and that Mark is the one recording it. And many believe that it was just something that Peter would preach over and over and over, and they decided at some point that, hey, we should probably write this stuff down. And because it's Peter's, it probably means that it is Mark is intended for an audience in the church in Rome. This is a big deal. This impacts what we're looking at today. Because Rome is kind of made up of both Jews and Gentiles, so a lot of different backgrounds that are happening there. But they're also really considerate of order and of power. And when we read these texts today, that Jesus following the Holy Spirit, it is being done in a power that is really hard to fathom unless you've experienced it. And so I really like when we read in verse 10 that the Holy Spirit, that the heavens were torn open and the Holy Spirit descends like a dove. And we get this power and gentleness all described at the same time, or demonstrated at the same time. So just a couple questions as you look at this is, one, what do the other gospels say about this text, and how are they different, and how are they similar, and how does that feed into your faith? So that's a challenge in study. The next thing is, all of our verses are coded in the Holy Spirit. What today can you do to follow and enable yourself to follow the Holy Spirit? Maybe it's something you got to back away from. Maybe it's something you just need to calm yourself and pay attention to what's going on. But when we read about Jesus's baptism, and when we read about him being sent out to the desert to be tested, he's doing this under the guidance and the power and the demonstration of the Holy Spirit. So what can you do to enforce that for you? I hope you guys have a blessed day.